Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Kimberly Woods with the School of Mystical Arts. So many people are attempting to manifest in the world and they struggle with this, and there's a variety of reasons. So we've all heard of The Secret and Abraham Hicks and saying positive affirmations and why this is helpful. Well, this is helpful because there are actually 3 laws that are working. There's the law of attraction. We've heard of this, right? When you say an intent, like I choose to bring in vast amounts of abundance. Now, abundance can be many things. It could be abundance of friends, abundance of time, abundance of connection, abundance of money. But if you're saying, I choose to live a life of freedom, I choose to trust in my intuitive abilities, I choose. When you're saying you're choosing something, you are invoking the law of attraction. Now, if you're affirming it with an affirmation, not only I choose to enhance my intuitive abilities, or I choose to trust my intuitive abilities, I am trusting. This is my affirmation. I am trusting my intuitive abilities. Then what's happening is you're invoking the law of belief. So the law of attraction is your intention of your choosing. And the law of belief is I am that thing. I am trusting. I am living a life of freedom. I am bringing forth all manners of abundance. And then the third law is the law of conscious creation. And that's why people make vision boards, because you want to visualize what it is you are trying to create to the greatest detail. How does it smell? How does it look? How does it feel? So if I'm trying to trust my intuitive abilities, that means I am visualizing myself confident. I am speaking my truth. I am listening to all manner of information coming to me from light sources, angels, ascended masters, elemental beings, galactic beings, Mother Earth, various beings that are attempting, the elven people, the fairies, like they're trying to communicate with me, and I am able to take that in. I picture myself discerning. I'm able to discern what's of my highest vibration, what's of help for me. What's good for me? And so I'm discerning when I listen to that information that's coming in. So as I'm visualizing it, I'm visualizing myself confident. I'm visualizing all of this information coming in. I visualize myself being discerning of that information. I visualize myself acting upon that information, right? It's given to me and I don't just sit on it, right? Because a lot of times light beings are speaking to us and sometimes we get the message, but then we don't do anything with it. Like, no, we are meant to create and make change and move. And so I'm doing that. I'm living my life purpose with it. I'm living in joy. So these are all the things I'm visualizing. And now I'm activating the law of conscious creation. Okay, so that's one part that if utilized, people can really begin to see a change in what they're manifesting in the world. Now, these are things that I go in depth in when I do my one-on-one mentorship, right? I really work with people in terms of this, in terms of their intentions, affirmations, visualizations, in terms of all these things that change their life so they can begin to truly be intentional creators. But I want to talk about the other things that need to be present. So when we are trying to ask for something, when we are trying to manifest something, there are several things that need to happen. So one is when we're asking for it, we need to be in a sacred space, right? We need to be able to create a sacred space. If you don't know how to do that, I have plenty of classes and ways that I can help you do that. So you want to create a sacred space so that what you're asking for is contained in a space. If you don't have a container for something to come in, imagine you're pouring a glass of whatever, water, but there's no glass. The water's going to go everywhere. So if you're asking for something without having that container, that high vibrational sacred container, whatever you're asking for just disperses. Secondly, you want to make sure that you are determining kind of the parameters of what's coming in, right? So you want to make sure that you're saying, this is what I'm allowing in, and this is what can't come in. So I'm determining, it's like a filter of what I'm allowing to come in to my field. Does that make sense? You want to, in other words, you don't want all the garbage to come in too. You want the high vibration. You want it to go toward your intention. You want it to be of the highest benefit. You want it to be efficient and effective, right? You want it to be that which is going to help you. Third, you need to make sure that all of your communicative channels are open. Okay, so we have chakras people know of, but chakras can be misaligned. They can be out of balance. We have chakra junctions, we have networks. We have earth grids and universe. We have grids that actually sit over our column of light. And if they are off, if they're off at all, then what we were asking for has a hard time getting out, and what is coming back has a hard time coming in. It's like trying to get through a maze or sludge, or it's just having a hard time. So you want to be, here are the words I use every day, cleared, open, balanced, aligned, and calibrated to the highest possible consciousness frequencies. Now, I use sacred geometries and crystals and various things to ensure that those things are happening to the highest and most efficient, highest manner, most efficient way. Right? So you want to make sure that all of that column of light is opened and you can get out the request and get back the information. You also want to remember then, once that's open, right, that you are connecting to source. Now, I'll tell you, this just happens to be how it is right now. As we have moved now into the new paradigm, from third dimension, fourth dimension was really about discernment, fifth dimension, new paradigm. As we've moved to this new paradigm, the astral plane is being compressed. And it is really, really hard, even for people who are working with the light all the time, to stay connected to source. We have a lot of different energies and entities that are desperately like sucking on our energy, pulling on us, distracting us, explants, implants, like keeping us like clouds. It's like clouds are almost a cap over our head that's making it really difficult to connect to source. So you want to ensure that you are plugging in and connecting to source. Okay, you want to connect to source so that that's where you're getting your information. You're not getting it from the alternative source, which isn't light source. Okay, so you want to connect into the source. After that, there are three more steps, but one of the important things is that you know that you're God. Right? When you're asking, you've got to know that you're a God. That not a God, you are God. Right? You are God. And that you are here to create. So you are asking with that authority. With the authority, we hear this, with the authority thereof, you are asking. You also want to make sure the balance of powers is happening within your system. The balance of giving and receiving, the balance of masculine and feminine. Because if those are off balance, it's really difficult. If you're always giving and you're out of balance, it makes it difficult to receive. If you're always taking, right, it's going to make it difficult for there to be manifestation. You have to have a balance of power. And then the final step is you have to stand in your mastery. Now, this is what I really help people with. This is a big part of my programs and paths, is helping people to live and stand in their mastery. So I want you to repeat after me. I know I am a master. I am living in the light of my mastery. I am the master of my physical vehicle. Now, if you are utilizing these components, the 3 different laws, and ensuring that these 7 things are happening every day, your ability to manifest is going to increase tenfold. Now, again, this is a big part of what I do in my group work and my one-on-one mentorship. I give people symbols. I give them statements. Like, I don't just imagine those things. I actually say words. I'm a divine representation of sacred form and function. I only receive and integrate energy that serves my highest good. I release all other energy with grace and ease. I give people tools, right? But right now, what you understand is that these are the things that are needed to truly manifest in this world and to be able to create what you are here to create. And I'm here to help you do that, to be able to be all that you're meant to be in the world. Have a great day. I'm Dr. Kimberly Woods with the School of Mystical Art.